What do you think when you hear the word self-care? Your first thought might have been massages, a mani, a pedi, something luxurious that requires lots of time and money, right? Hey, my name is Helene and welcome to the InVision Wellness YouTube channel. And on this platform, we hope to inspire you to live a better, healthier and more rewarding lifestyle. Now, the dictionary defines self-care as the practice of protecting one's own well-being and happiness, particularly during times of stress. Studies also indicate that partaking in self-care activities improves one's overall well-being. Now, we're all aware of how stressful life can get. We constantly have to interact with so many people that require a part of us on a daily basis. And with the COVID-19 pandemic that hit last year, causing fear, uncertainties, and disruption to life as we know it, our stress levels have definitely reached new heights. It's no wonder we feel overwhelmed, and as we continue going through the motions, the stresses of life begin to weigh on us, and eventually our bodies start to give in. This will have a negative impact on various areas of our lives. Our careers may suffer as the quality of work slips, relationships will be strained, children, spouses, and other family members become distant and feel neglected, and our health starts to deteriorate. And as a health professional, I know that stress reduces the body's ability to fight off viruses and bacteria. For me personally, 2020 was one of the most challenging times in my life. I was constantly stressed and feeling overwhelmed, and eventually I became burnt out as I was frantically trying to maneuver around the new changes in my life. Thankfully, the burnout caused me to pause and embark on a journey of self-care. This meant that I had to fuel myself with things that keep me moving forward. I had to get to know myself, my personality, what drives me, and now every day I wake up with renewed strength to show up for myself.
Thanks, Helene. I'm Deidre, and I'm going to talk to you about the different areas of self-care that you can practice daily to get the most benefit. There are different modalities for practicing self-care, and when we think of doing something for ourselves, we typically think of things like getting a massage or buying ourselves something nice, several things that might cost money. While these can all give us a good feeling, typically the feeling fades. And so today we're going to focus on self-care that you can do that doesn't cost anything or not much at all, and will give you that benefit of improving your sense of well-being. So let's start by taking a look at the different self-care categories and then talking about what you can do to satisfy those areas in your life. If you think about who you are a combination of many parts, and therefore there are many opportunities to live our healthiest and happiest selves. We have our physical selves, we have our social selves, our emotional and mental selves, and our spiritual selves. And the self-care that we're going to talk about will fit into each of those categories. Let's start with physical self. This includes things like exercise and other forms of movement, and that can include things like stretching or yoga. Those are two great examples. We can also look at things like massage and chiropractic care, a simple bubble bath or a walk around the block, eating well to fuel your body, and even being cognizant of posture, not sitting for extended periods of time. These are all ways that we can improve our physical wellness and add a little self-care to our routine. Moving on to social self-care, this includes things like scheduling time to be with friends or family that you enjoy being around. Talking about meaningful things like goals and dreams can be very fulfilling. Learning from elders, storytelling, and passing on wisdom from generations before you is both important and does wonders for your social well-being. In the midst of the pandemic, it can be often difficult, but thanks to technology, we can still safely be in contact with people who add value to our lives without being physically in the same space as them. The last category I'm going to lump all together, and that is our emotional, mental, and spiritual self-care. And this can come in many forms. Reflecting on your day's activities in the last 5 to 10 minutes of your day before you go to sleep can be a really powerful technique of self-care. Mindfulness throughout the day, things like optimism and gratitude can have a huge impact on your overall well-being and are included in this concept of self-care. Attending counseling or therapeutic sessions, guiding sessions, taking time to do some reading for growth, Meditating, prayer, or engaging in hobbies that utilize your unique skills and talents are all ways to satisfy this area of your health and wellness and are perfect examples of self-care activities. So now that you know some examples of different self-care activities and the categories that they fit in, I'm going to turn it back over to Helene, and she's going to give you some practical applications for engaging in self-care daily. Back to you, Helene.
Well, this is all well said and done, but how do you get started? Well, I'm going to share with you 2 simple steps. Yes, 2 simple steps on how to get started on your self-care journey. Step 1. Start with something simple. If the idea of a bubble bath sounds good to you, then dedicate some time to indulge in that. And if you have the time and energy for a quick walk during your lunch break or tea time, then do so. Step 2. Once you have chosen something to fill your cup, take stock. Pay attention to how you feel before and after the self-care activity. If you didn't feel much of a difference, that's fine. Give it a few more tries and then move on to something else. It's important to try more than once and also be mindful of the changes taking place within. Do you feel more relaxed? Did taking time out to yourself fill you up? And in time, you will be able to determine which of these self-care activities fills you up the most and how often do you need to do them to get the best results. Please do subscribe, hit the like button, share, comment, and do remember to hit the notification bell so you absolutely do not miss out on any health and wellness videos.